Do you think that pastors avoid talking about race on purpose?
I don't think they necessarily avoid it. I think a lot of the problem is that a lot of those who don't talk about it are, white or are not a part of a minority. So, like, sorry, excuse me. In their experience, it's just not a relevant or pressing issue to them because they're not personally experiencing, the issues of it and the effects. So,
do you think it produces major confrontation and underlying conflicts among congregations?
I think yeah, to a certain extent, especially in different areas where racism is more of a more present than in others, and where there's more diverse congregations. By avoiding it, you can isolate members of the church and make them feel unseen and unappreciated, but you don't want to, and they might be scared to bring it up, but yeah, I think it definitely is an underlying issue.
Can you think of any examples of any confrontations that this topic has produced?
I think with the first thing that comes to my mind is Westboro Baptist Church, and kind of, I don't know if there's definite or necessarily been race, but just kind of groups like that where they take these social issues and they just kind of are very insulting and very, they deny that there's a problem or say that people are whining. And I don't know if it's, I think, I'm saying I think and I don't know yet a lot, so sorry, but footage, hey. You're gonna cut this out anyway, so woo! But back on track, Libby. I don't know of any, pressing examples of church related issues, but definitely Ferguson riots and different, the Black Lives Matter movement and just stuff like that where people are trying to get their voices heard and get some justice for all.
What would you say are the benefits of talking about racism in a church service?
I think it's a safe place. So, churches, we're called to love everyone and care for everyone and, be that, connection and that version of God's love on earth for these people. So I think, by making them feel appreciated and understood and heard, or not necessarily understood, because there's only so much us, as white people can understand. We're never going to experience what they experience. We're not going to, we're not going to have all these prejudices against us that they have. We're not going to be discriminated against like them, but, just being there and be like, we care about you and we want to hear you. We want to be able to do everything that we can to, help you and try to understand. So I think that can definitely be a really, it's a good opportunity for us to reach out to those people who are just hurting so much. And it's just a really great chance for us to minister to them and really be like, I know life sucks right now, but who doesn't suck? God, and he loves you regardless, and he doesn't see all these differences that, people put on you. So,
would this cause any problems?
Yeah. It's definitely with whatever you do, you're gonna face a lot of, backlash. And there's definitely certain ways to do it. And, some ways could be criticized as you're fostering a division. And to some extent, some ways that this is addressed, it does, in a way, foster a division. But the division can only be created if you accept it and you let that happen. I think as Christians, we're called to love everyone, and we're called to serve everyone. And, yes, it's hard to talk about, and yes, it's hard to understand and, just process, but just recognizing that there is an issue and people are suffering, and that, not everyone has the same experience, and everyone's life is different, and their journey with God. Love the face. But just recognizing that there's an issue and not getting so touchy about things. Don't get super upset and don't take everything so personally. Not everything isn't a personal attack against, a certain group of people. It's just sometimes when people are really emotional, they just need to vent, and they need to get stuff off their chest, and they might say something that you could take super offense to, but they don't mean it. They're just really hurting and need to be heard. They want to be heard. So there could definitely be issues by people getting easily offended or taking things too personally, but I think just recognizing that and realizing that is going to happen, and trying to keep that in the back of your mind, so someone may say something that you don't agree with, but it's no need to start getting all butthurt about, for lack of better terms.